shit, I didn't think of a drink special.
Remy Martin Pala.
You know what? Fuck it, we're going with it. Good evening, and welcome to the Senagoth Lounge. I'm your bartender, Luke, and our drink special tonight is a Remy Martin Paolo, and we've got our best regular in the house with us tonight. It's James. James, what can I get you?
Listen, if you're going to stick around for these garbage takes, it's going to be a 2-drink minimum.
And cover charge.
Could I get a double Weller with a cyanide pill chaser, please?
Yeah, of course, but cyanide pill is extra.
That's fine. I can't take this money with me.
So it's good to have you back in the old Senagoth Lounge, the old watering hole. Seen any good hockey games lately?
I actually was Uggs on the ground at the recent tilt against their Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, they are not our Pittsburgh Penguins in any sense of the word.
But they certainly are a lot of fucking people, which is very annoying. I guess they have, children like shiny things, and you have your, Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, dad, and now Sidnex Crosby, child, multi-generational bandwagon fans. And of course, can't forget the dirtiest player in the NHL, Evgeny Malkin.
They are truly the fucking Foo Fighters of NHL teams.
Yes, that is exactly what they are.
Where it's just relentless at this point. It's like okay, they had a couple of great albums, and it's like these guys are still here, and all of their albums still go platinum. Are you fucking sure? There's no way that they're as good as they used to be. What the fuck?
And Dave Grohl is screaming on every song, and there's 3 guitars, and all of the sound waves are so jacked with compression that it's doesn't even sound heavy. It's just sound coming out of your speakers in your Nissan Qashqai. Official sponsor of the Senagoth Lounge. Your Toyota Venza. Shit brown. But yeah, it's like how the Penguins won that cup a few years ago, and you're like, yeah, whatever, man. I don't even the Food Fighters, and that's how we say it on the show. The Food Fighters won the best album Grammy the last 3 years. You're like, I don't know. Sure. I don't know. Fuck me up.
Exactly.
Me
leave me out of it. Leave me out of it.
Yeah, I'll be. Yeah, I'm over here. I'm listening to the tasteful palette of the 1970s over here. They did that show a bunch of years ago where it was a docu-series, and they were going to different American cities and writing they
talk about Sonic Highways.
They talk about the musical history and then write a song about the city or New Orleans Preservation Hall Jazz Band. Katrina, you couldn't be mean. You're like, guys, hang it up. What the fuck is what are we doing here? You've run out of things to write about. You're like, let's go to a city so I have something to talk about.
They wrote us. They recorded a song at Joshua Tree that featured Joe Walsh and Chris Goss.
That's awesome.
On it. And I swear to God, you have never heard that song before in your life.
No. And I watched that show. I probably couldn't hear it just sounded like shh, when they actually played the song.
Anyway, that's what watching the Pittsburgh Penguins is.
Yeah. They are the sonic highways of the NHL. There's Brandon Rust. You're like, okay, that sounds made up.
Any other notable incidents from that game?
Yeah, there were some guys sitting behind me and my companion that I went to the game with, uh, where they were actually quite good seats.
You
And
put a lot of money up. You're hating.
that's right. And honestly, it's like 100. It was like a rare 100 section appearance by your boy. These are not my people in the 100 section.
Oh my lord!
Let me tell you something. But there was like relentless conversation about like aggregate like gravel surfaces and like that shovel goes in the ground, it doesn't stop till the job gets done, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy was like basically trying to like marry out his daughter to like form some sort of like multi-generational gravel dynasty. Which was a conversational turn that stopped my friend and I in our fucking tracks. Like, like Timmy Stitzel could have been on a breakaway and we were both just making eyes at each other. Like, did this guy just talk about how hot his daughter is and showed a picture to this other guy? And then the other guy agreed that the daughter is quite hot and then didn't get punched in the face by the guy. Anyway, that was the highlight of the game for me. Also, Linus Allmark was incredible in that game.
Folks, it all happens in the Ottawa Valley.
Yeah, it really took the edge off of Eric Carlson having a fucking time with your tired ass Ottawa. Those fellas looked like they played a back-to-back like 48 hours ago. On the road back to back as well. Shout out to the schedule makers for that. You know, like 2 road game back to back. Like, thanks, brothers. Like late in the season. No. By the way, I know it's tough. We have been doing the podcast more like we planned, and it's not my fault that we haven't been doing it. But and because of the infrequency of the transmissions, join our Patreon for more content. The games fly by, and it's hard to, we're not doing a post game after each game. But I do want to take my fedora off to our beautiful boys. Like the effort of that Rangers game and the subsequent Red Wings game, like that was remarkable effort by the lads. Like I watched that Rangers game with, like, the Rangers are trash, but like you curb stomp the trash teams, and they sure as hell did. Like, holy mother of God! Like, if they didn't have what's his name, Shesterkin, and like that would have been like they would have been ripping the chairs out of the stands and throwing them on the ice, I think.
Yeah, and even if we go back to January 14th, since that date, the Sens are on a 71% point pace. Like, they've got 41 points in their last 29 games. And is it going to be enough? Annoyingly hard to tell. that particular the answer to that particular question is still very up in the air. But I mean, the boys were kind of at before they went on that little run, they just had a 4-game losing streak, and kind of looked like they might have been toast. So I mean, we gotta at least give it up to the boys for turning it around to even getting to the point where, we're not completely dead yet, like some Toronto Maple Leafs I could mention.
Who? Hey, well, like, let's not be snots. Like, there's some really good players in the AHL.
We have to make the playoffs, dude, just so we can spend an entire episode clowning on Toronto. Like, if we punt on this beautiful dynastic collapse because we don't make the playoffs because we blew too many 3-goal leads in like the first part of the season, like I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
We need to bookmark that clip of Sid Scissor Sisters on his like whatever that we decided to put radio guys on video now with mixed results.
All those shows are just called The Drive to me. Every single show like that, you listen to it on AM radio and it's called The Drive. Doesn't matter what the channel is, doesn't matter what city you're in. It's always, you're listening to 1080 The Drive. And that's just what the show is. So yeah, Sid Scissor Sisters on his show that's called The Drive.
They got that like Tony Macaroni guy in Montreal. Yeah, like but that clip where he's like annihilating like William Nylander, like that thing was legendary. Like these people have fucking oatmeal for brains at this point. Like where he was like listing off thing after thing. Like I didn't know it was that bad. Where he was like, didn't play well in the Olympics, comes back from the Olympics, doesn't play well. It's like, oh, did William Nylander not step it up for Team Sweden? And I'm freaking like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then is crazy where he like in his laundry list of and like, look, I don't know from William Nylander, he might be really frustrating. Like another player that they recently ran out of town might have been, but where he fucking calls him out for passing the puck to Austin Matthews in the moment before noted sociopath Radko Gudas intentionally injured him. Like it makes me think about like as if the boy JR on TSN 1200 was like reaming into I don't know, like Daniel Alfredson for passing the puck to Erik Karlsson before Matt Cook sliced his Achilles tendon. You know, like what? Like we need to keep our eye on the ball here. Like anyway, just like we should do a whole show about that.
Absolutely, and we need the Sens to make the playoffs so we can be justified in such a. I mean, we'll do the show anyway, but it'll feel better if we're doing it from a place of we made the playoffs and the Leafs are toast.
I don't know, like 86 points. They should be leading the Pacific Division with that, right?
I think that checks out. Yeah, they're tied for the Ducks right now. So yeah, safely ensconced in the playoffs.
We need to shut down the Boston Bruins until we can figure out what the hell is going on. Like, have they lost a game this season?
I mean, Ottawa has more regulation wins than everyone except Buffalo and Tampa, at least in terms of who's in front of them in the division.
It's been a fun season.
All of these fucking guys like Boston and especially fucking Columbus, my lord, and Montreal, they're all just fucking overtime shootout win merchants.
Listen, you call the Canadians a paper tiger. When you get down to OT and the shootout in the playoffs, look out, brother. Those those 3-on-3 overtime wins are gonna come, like all that experience with their 3-on-3 overtime wins. That's gonna be money in the playoffs.
Ottawa, you have to do it. You cannot. Okay, you're a point back. 1 point back of the Columbus Blue Jackets. You Boston, Columbus, Detroit Red Wings, you know, especially Columbus and Detroit, like it's either 87 points for Columbus, 86 for both Ottawa and Detroit. Like these other teams are just too fraudulent. You have to. Ottawa, you have to get this done in the last 9 games.
Jake Sanderson, if you're listening, and I know you are, I hope you're able to find in your mailbox some pills that I have left you and some instructions on how to use the syringe. Don't ask what's in it, but it'll make you feel tremendous. And
James's special stuff.
Yeah, James's special stuff. just you know, make sure there's no air bubbles in the syringe, and then just get out there and have fun.
Yeah, go for the biggest muscle you can find and get creative with which one it is.
Mm-hmm. As much as I think Carter Yakumchuk could lean us to victory, I'd be missing Jake the Snake.
I mean, that was a rough one last night. Is, tie game, 10 minutes to go. All the Sens big guys are out there. Top line turns it over low, and Tampa Bay comes out with a 4-on-2. And our two are Carter Yakumchuk and Artem Zub, which, the guys are doing the best they can, but
yeah,
if you look at the roster, like, not the two guys I would choose to have in that scenario.
Artem Zub on life support at this point.
Yeah.
Looking like Atlas out there. Just like, help me! Whatever help me in Russian is. Yeah, no, it's unsustainable. Like I said, that's like the efforts that these guys have put forward is remarkable. I really am like proud of the boys, but like, is it too much to ask to have? I mean, obviously, giving Jake Sanderson that contract was a mistake. Remember the roast session for the Jake Sanderson signing? They're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" It's like, "Oh, you mean the Olympic gold medalist who's like the best player on the team?" Like the guy who'd be a Norris contender if like hockey writers didn't just like look at like points when they determine who should be nominated for the Norris.
That's so fucking funny, by the way, is that like when we have Erik Karlsson putting up Harlem Globetrotter numbers, it's like, well, you have to look at the play on both sides of the puck. Like, sure, his point totals are gaudy, but you
gotta hear both sides.
You have to understand that it's a two-way game, and it's a defenseman has to make sure they achieve great things on both sides of the puck, at both ends of the ice. And then as soon as we get that guy, it's like, actually,
you have to understand, it's a small market. These guys can't watch every game.
Yeah, we just sort the stats table by points, and that's who we vote for fucking Norris. So yeah, it's gonna be Zach Werenski this year. Fuck you. I love it here.
Yeah, no, it's another fun season. This one most fun of all, I think. Should we dip into Tarvis by Tet? It is, if I see the moon from my window, and yeah, it looks like another Tet lunar new year, and right on time, culturally respectful. In our last episode, we were going to do an evaluation of our thoughts and feelings, perhaps prayers toward Tarvis Green and the job that he's doing with your Ottawa Senators. Tet has come and gone. Luke, what are your thoughts?
Well, let me just crack open a nice, cool can of Otta Kringer beer here.
Proud sponsor.
A toast to you, Tarvis Green. You did it. You made me a believer.
Oh, love to hear it.
And if it weren't for the fact that Ottawa is missing $16 million worth of defensemen right now, I'm sure the boys would be in a playoff spot. And even in this case where we don't have a full complement of talent, the team looks great. It hasn't always resulted in wins, obviously, but like they've been putting up some truly legendary defensive performances as well.
Oh, I hate to interrupt, but I'm just getting an Amber Alert on my phone. I think it's probably just responsible of us to distribute this news. Missing is a 23-year-old boy from Oulu, Finland, 6'2", 196 pounds, blonde hair, little idea of a mustache. Goes by the name Levi Marilyn. He's not been seen in months. The idea that we don't even no, the idea that like I have no fucking idea if he is even playing in Belleville right now, not so good.
Levi Marilyn DB. All right, I'll just good news. He's got a save percentage that's over 900 in Belleville.
Okay.
So there you go. Not dead, just in Belleville. Again, different things. Being dead and living in Belleville, not the same. One is much worse, and the other one means that you're buried in the ground.
Please go off, King. I hate to draw. I just didn't want to mention Tarvis Green without bringing up Levi Marilyn right away.
You don't think that Tarvis Green was responsible? You don't think his coaching duties extended to telling Levy, hey, go out there and make sure you let in every single puck if you can.
Go out there and have, fundamentally speaking, historically bad goaltending performances. That shows what a fucking rube I am, where I thought, brilliant. This kid is ready. All we need is Linus Ullmark to just put up league average numbers and have Levi Marilyn come in every once. Sure, he's young, but he showed he's ready last year. Linus will finally get those starter, true number one starter numbers and have Marilyn do spot duty. Surely we won't need to recruit a bigoted,
an aging homophobe,
from Europe who's playing in the fucking Spengler Cup, which coincides with the NHL season, to let you know how things are going for him. Honestly, Reimer's been fine. He's been fine.
Well, got to check the tape on last night's game. But also, Ottawa has still been putting up some truly legendary defensive performances. I mean, I think the high watermark was holding the AHL New York Rangers to 10 shots in the entire game. That's how it's like Ottawa won that game 2-1. It was like the most dominant 2-1 win you could imagine, basically.
I think I'm so broken by the goaltending I watched in the first half that I thought, Reimer came up big when he had to, though. He stopped 9 of those 10 shots. I actually think, by the way, it was 8 of 10. I think that Gary Hussein Bettman from his office in the center of the earth had them fudge one more shot into the count, so they didn't have a historically no, for real. They
were like, we got to give them double digits just so we don't have to rewrite and republish the record book, basically.
Exactly.
Just trying to save themselves some work down the line.
Yeah. We want to see Bettman release the unredacted trash performance files.
Last night's game against the Lightning, there was a couple of plays there where Reimer looked questionable. I think the way I put it on Blue Sky was James Reimer inspires doubt in me.
Yeah.
But also, Sens were up 2-0 early in the first period, and James Reimer didn't say, hey, go not score any more goals.
Yeah.
And, guys had chances on breakaways and didn't bury any of them. And yeah, that's the way. When your goaltender is James Reimer, you got to give him a bit of a cushion, apparently.
As a recent Uggs on the ground at, as my grandmother would call it, Canada Tire Center. Yeah, not burying breakaways. I know that feel, bro. I saw a lot of that in that game. um, so we were talking about Tarvis Green.
Hey, defensive play is good. Is what
It's funny.
is my main commentary on Tarvis Green.
It's funny that bringing up the topic of Tarvis Green immediately devolved into a discussion of goaltending.
Right, because it's like, if Tarvis Green is so good, how come the Sens aren't winning enough games? And it's like, what, you want him to stop the puck too?
And you're a numbers guy, math guy, stats guy. Like, it's kind of crazy that there's no actually with this season. Like, no, it truly the goaltend like it's actually kind of a boring conversation to have. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. That like the goaltending, I don't know if Ottawa's going to make the playoffs. Like it's kind of like I saw
I
some
would
things.
I would still bet on it, but like it feels consistently bad.
Let's pay some bills. Let's talk about betting on. I don't know, because like I saw some friend of the show Verada sent me a video of the controversy of, I guess it was Linus Allmark's personal decision to not play against Tampa yesterday, and I mean, to your point, Luke, like, you dance with the gal that brung you, like, you got to win with Reimer also, but it's like folks seem to be pretty pissed off that, they really needed Ullmark to step up and be the guy, and he kind of didn't feel like playing. But I'm like, I can't help but think, why are the games so insanely important now? Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why is there so much pressure on the team? Is
It
there
stinks.
something that happened a few months ago that maybe led to this razor's edge where they essentially have to run the table for the rest of the season to make the playoffs?
Was there? Is there something you're thinking of in particular there?
Yeah,
James?
like there might have been some games where Ullmark or Marilainen decided to take the night off, but actually still played in the game for a few solid weeks there. I have to say, Tarvis By Tet, it was definitely by Tet that I'm a Tarvis believer. He has this team bought in to a degree that we haven't seen, and you're gonna laugh, but since Guy Boucher, where
Right.
he got the team to play his fucked up way, and it worked, but it only worked for like one season, and that's the way she goes. But I think Tarvis Green, like you got the team playing like a well-oiled machine. Also, shout out to you, Steven Stoicism, for I am not used to cheering for a Sens team that I would consider describing as deep. Like, that is not something we've been able to say about this team since the 1970s, I would say.
I think this brings me to something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, because especially with good old Tarvis Green, if you go on the all-time Ottawa Senators leaders, all your faves are there, obviously.
Especially if you are implicated.
Especially if you sort by points, you've got your classic, your Alfie, your Yashin, your Wade Redden, your Radic Bonk, your Hossa.
Your Yashin, not mine.
Yeah, okay, fine. A Yashin. And
Dennis Heatley.
But sprinkled in there are guys like Brady Tkachuk at 5th all-time points, Tim Stützle at 7th, and even Drake Batherson has the 11th most points in Sens history.
Yep, he's creeping up there.
And he's going to pass Danny Heatley soon. Like, this, in terms of overall success, like, this team is now approaching, like they should be, at least given the amount of talent here, like they should be a lock for year in year out playoffs the same way those early 2000s Senators teams were.
Yeah.
And like Travis Green seems to be our Jacques Martin at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like keeps the boys disciplined, makes them hard to play against. No one wants to see them in the playoffs. And at the end of the day, he gets undone by some sketchy goaltending. It's a perfect one-to-one comparison.
No, I'm still waiting for my cyanide pill. Can I get another cyanide pill, please? This one's not working fast enough. Yeah, and I will also give. What is it? It's like, was it our angelic boy up in paradise, Brian Murray, who said, you know, like, if you play good defense, you don't have to defend as much or whatever. Like, I think that it's, I mean, the numbers have shaken out is that those you know, super defensive Jacques Martin teams actually like were pretty nice with it on the score sheet. I find that Tarvis Green's system also benefit, like it's not like Guy Boucher's like, you know, let's play 6 players back.
Yeah, we're gonna win every game -1-0.
I want the goalie behind the net, and we'll just put all the players in front of the net like it's a free kick in soccer. Like, but like the team is fun to watch. You know, like they play defense so well that it leads to the puck going the other way a lot. Like there's enough skill. And also, I don't know if this has to do with it, but there's actually good players at the bottom 6. Instead of like fucking frozen dinner, you know, like
you don't think Victor Stahlberg would make this roster?
Who? Yeah, like that's like I said, that's when you got a deep team. When you're like, quiet, everyone. Michael Amadio is on the ice.
Yeah, right. When sturdy NHL veteran Lars Eller, or sorry, how do you say his name again?
Lars Eller
is chipping in here and there with the points, and you don't have to like immediately like go for a piss as soon as the bottom 6 goes out. You're right. Yeah, you know who else is a great steady presence there on the bottom 6, a mainstay of the bottom 6, if you will. Fabian Zetterlund.
Yes.
Just so much meat and potatoes in that guy's game.
Somebody fucking bounced like 3 feet off of him in that Pittsburgh game. It was so awesome. Like it was like they tried to. I don't know what the average size of an NHL player is. Probably like 6'1", 200 pounds. But like,
yeah, they all have the density of depleted uranium.
Like tried to take a run at wee little Fabian Zetterlund and not realizing it's like trying to like place tackle a fucking fire hydrant. It was so funny.
Yeah, can we at least say, like, have we seen enough now? Is like, can we admit that like maybe Fabian Zetterlund's not actually a 20-goal, 20-assist guy? He's just maybe a guy. Like he's getting deadline trade mogged by Warren Vögele at the moment.
It's true.
And I don't know how you're supposed to say his name, but like I know a German last name when I see it. So yeah, he's now Vögele.
No, he's Vögele
to me. Yeah.
Is there anyone else with that last name in popular culture that we could use as an example? Let me just look on the internet here. Oh, getting a lot of interesting results.
It's just funny that Warren Vögele got picked up by Ottawa at the deadline and already has 5 goals in 12 games, and like something that can you imagine if Fabian Zetterlund had done that last year? How happy would have been. And now no one expects that anymore. And this guy is coming in and like, hey guys, I heard you wanted secondary scoring. Happy to help out.
Yeah, he's been great. It's funny, like everyone. I found the reaction to the acquisition was, I don't know, tepid, tipping into disappointed. But I gotta say, my boy Stevie Stoicism said this guy was just hanging out there in the market. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He was hanging out there. He's having a down season, but he has like serious upside, and that's the only reason we got him. And he's not. And Figele himself said he wasn't really getting much opportunity in LA. I guess I cannot care about the LA Kings in any kind of way. But yeah, just another like sneaky deadline. I liked David Perron, but you got.
I like him more on Detroit. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like you gotta have a bit of a like contingency plan with a gal getting up in years like that, and no, the shrewd move. Figele has been. I don't expect him to be like a point every 2 games type player going forward, but like he's certain. It's just like I said, it was like another good bottom 6 player. Like I think Tarvis has the boys playing well, but like Stoic Steve has kind of put together a strong enough lineup for him that like these guys seem to know the assignment and be able to execute it well, like Lars Eller as your 4th line center. Like that's a fucking great move. He's been fantastic. And yeah, I am just mad at the goaltending. That's
yeah. The classic Steve Stoicism move is always like learning that you're having like fettuccine Alfredo for dinner, where it's like it's not incredible, but like how can you be mad?
Is it a sexy spaghetti carbonara?
No, of course not. It's never sexy. But it's still like, if you don't like it, why don't you get up there and get behind the grill?
Also, this is the thing with him. I don't know. There's a certain manic pixie plaid jacket wearing motherfucker that's hiding in Orleans right now, where he would make these bugged out moves. If you are curious why the Sens aren't going to be able to draft a player for the next fucking 8 years, blame PR Dorian. But yeah, he'd make the big moves and get us all horned up for, Vladimir Tarasenko. But like at the same time, like the last couple of
Deranged.
The last couple of trade deadlines run by Stevie's smoothness has been like, dude, here's the thing, right? The team's actually pretty fucking good. Like, don't do something just to do something. Please don't. And he hasn't. I mean, the biggest move he did was get a Josh Norris with an untwistable stomach, like, which was brilliant. Like,
because that guy was getting his stomach twisted fucking constantly.
Yeah, like it brings me. I'm pro-life, and it brings me no joy to say this, but like, I think Josh Norris has had like long-term injury status numerous times since moving to Buffalo.
I have a prediction to make about Dylan Cousins right now.
Dylan.
This guy, all I know for sure is at some point this year, before the season is over, Dylan Cousins is going to be the difference. I have
Interesting.
absolutely no idea if it will be a good difference or a bad difference. But mark it down, Dylan Cousins is going to do the thing that turns the season.
Okay.
That's my prediction, because he's just that sort of guy.
He's
especially
mercurial, is what you're saying.
Especially this year. He's got absolutely stunning. Like the Sens are looking great with him on the ice, except for his slight and annoying tendency to make boneheaded passes in his own zone. So he's either going to score the goal that sends us to the playoffs or wins a series, or he's going to be the guy who turns it over and eliminates Ottawa. But he will do it. That's Luke's player to watch for the last 9 games of the season. Dylan Cousins.
Dylan Cousins' playing style kind of reminds me of like what it must look like when I play like NHL 2K. Like
he just presses every button.
or like I figure out how to do one thing and look, my favorite video game is the New York Times crossword puzzle app. Okay, like once they introduced like more than 4 buttons, I'm out. Like I don't got that dog in me. But like I could see myself figuring out how to do that. Like Cousins does that angling it because he's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. The white horse from Workhorse. Where he angles the guy off the puck, like he just uses his size and like pushes the defender away from him and tries to angle in and like put it in short side or whatever. He just does that over and over and over and over again. It's like that's what I look like probably playing hockey video games. Like this is going to work eventually. Like the way the game is like coded, the goalie has to eventually give up one of these.
25 goals, 27 assists. Count the rings, baby.
Yeah, it's working. Yeah. I think he's tidied it up. He's playing better. Like, I don't know. I know he was driving you absolutely bananas, and I don't know if he's like Tarvis Green improved his standing with you, but I don't know. I thought he's had some really good games here and there for sure.
No, he's definitely tidied it up, and especially since the Olympic break, I go up and down the Sens roster, and I was like that guy, he's doing good. Like that guy, he's doing good. Like that guy, he's doing good. And it's like, okay, then surely like we're a lock to make the playoffs and win the cup, right? And it's like, no, except for one thing. So, I don't know. I guess it's time to drop our legendary hot takes on Linus Ullmark needs a rest gate.
No, I did want to, while we're in the vibes cast portion, the vibe lounge. This again, to go back to the construction of the roster is, it reminds me of the early mid 2000s Sens teams where like, who's the player that you hate on this team? Like who's the Tarvis Hamonic? Who's the like Ron Hainsey or like,
especially now that Nick Jensen has been sent to the Shadow Realm for recovering from his likely career-ending injuries. And David Perron's been shipped off to a worse location of Detroit.
Azkaban.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of these guys should become household names in the same way Magnus Arvidsson was in the heyday of our youths.
Yeah, Nick Cousins got like probably gonna finish the season with 10 goals, like above and beyond, my man. Like you're like the shithead guy out of the group of shitheads on the team. You're like the captain of the shitheads, and you make like $800,000 a year. Like shout out.
You can kill the man, but not the idea. Photo of Jarkko Ruutu.
Exactly. That's like that's been my hobby horse for years. It's like we just need Jarkko Ruutu back. Like the guy who makes the other team like go insane and puts up 10 goals a year on the fourth line. Like incredible. Also, shout out to Jarkko Ruutu. Remember how he was nice with it in the shootout? Because
Yes.
Finnish kids grow up with the shootout. And I remember, I probably told this story before, but like, I remember he and Alex Kovalev had the same shootout move. Truly an insane bit. Like the guy whose nickname is L'artiste has like the same shootout move as the guy who I more than once saw trying to cut his lip with his thumbnail after getting high stick to try to drop blood on his own face.
And then you ask him about it in at an interview, and he's just like, "All Finnish children learn the Moscow baffler as."
Of course, I know the Spassky Bishop block. I'm from Espoo, Finland.
The Finnish accent's hard to do. Fuck.
Nicholas Mattenpäälle. It's like also Matt and Paolo doesn't seem like a Finnish last name to me.
Matt and Paolo is such a fucking classic guy in terms of like his like just being a third pairing defenseman.
We're gonna remember some guys at some point, and he's gonna be one of the guys.
Absolutely, like where he has his fancy stats and like everything about his game is just like not good, but he never pisses me off. And so like respect. I can't find it within myself to hate Nicholas Mattenpäälle because it's like, when has he ever made me mad?
Basically like not good at anything but trying to not piss anyone off. Like, man, I feel seen right now. Like, man, I'm spiritually Nicholas Mattenpäälle.
Right, exactly. Just the guy who's at his office every day.
Yeah, just low maintenance. Just trying to be low maintenance over here. Yeah, I am not Dylan Cousins, like, swing big, miss big. I'm a video game Dylan Cousins, real life Nicholas Mattenpäälle.
Yeah, exactly. The duality of man is really contained somewhere within that continuum. A Mattenpäälle in the streets, but Dylan Cousins in the sheets, if you will.
I can only hope so. So Tarvis, we doff our purple fedoras to you. Yeah, another one of those moves, like kind of no one was stoked overly on the hire at the time, but like
only because we had seen how all the other hockey teams he had coached did, you know, like. But that's also a credit to him, is that like he doesn't come in here and be like, I'm Travis Green and I coach Travis Green hockey. I mean, maybe he does do that, but at least this time he's got the team that can pull it off, and he's got the man management skills, to use a soccer term, to get the boys to buy in. So
he's done it. Yeah. Well, and yeah. You got to go by the coach's record because, I mean, look no further than the Toronto Leafs, where they brought in Mike Babcock, and the rest is history. All those it was a matter of how many cups, not when. See also Craig Berube. I think the team is currently not in the basement of the division, but they are. One step above the basement.
That one's crazy. Like, the Craig Berube thing is crazy to me because, like, with basically winning a cup as a coach at any point in your career is basically just a license to scam teams for the rest of your life. Like, you can get any contract anywhere as long as you have that single cup on your resume. And like I can name a lot of coaches, and Berube is one of them, but there's also like Mike Keenan, John Tortorella, like these guys are just dog shit coaches, but they keep getting jobs. Oh, fucking, what am I saying? Literally Mike Babcock.
Hey, he had those Olympic gold medals. I couldn't have coached those teams. You got to really take it. Hey, Sidney Crosby, hit a home run. You got it, Skip.
Look, could I have won a gold medal with the 2014 Team Canada team? Yes, I believe I could have. But could I have done it in a way that turned the entire experience into a joyless death watch? Absolutely not. That was the Mike Babcock difference.
His NHL coach, like, listen, Nicholas Lidstrom, this is gonna be tough, but I'm gonna need you to play the entire game.
Anyway, Travis Green doesn't have that cup winning sheen.
Not yet.
But fuck it, he's got the boys playing the sort of hockey that we can get behind. At least until the puck gets to the goalie.
A hilarious bit is how the Vancouver media has like destroyed Travis Green permanently. Like, he is just oozing trauma. I have heard that Vancouver is it's like low key the toughest place to play outside of Toronto, where like, yeah, we're all aware, like, if you ever go on like tsn.ca, proud sponsor of the Senagoth Lounge, and the entire, like, I wish I still had my screen grab of this, was the game where Garrett Sparks like pitched a shutout in his first NHL start, and he like, it was like a big moment, and I think he got teary-eyed during like the post-game interview or whatever. And I remember going on TSN's website, and the entire page was just stories about it, and I'm like, go out there and have fun, former NHL player Garrett Sparks. like I can't see how this would possibly like, you're either going to be the next Patrick Waugh, like this is going to give you superpowers, aka like an ego the size of Texas that you can somehow ride, or it's going to destroy you mentally. Where it's hidden in the cloak of no one gives a shit about the Western Conference, but apparently like the media and fans in Vancouver are like super tough to deal with. And you know, in fairness to them, if your Centos had been to the Stanley Cup final 3 times and lost all 3 times, I would also be a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, would I like hockey anymore? Probably not. This is not for me. Like, you know.
Yeah. Also, losing in how many game 7s did they lose? Was it also? I know they lost in game 7s against the Rangers and the Bruins. Did they? I can't remember the third Stanley Cup final they made.
I think it was like, I could be wrong on this. Chat, let me know in the comments. But I think they had like a St. Louis Blues kind of thing, or Florida Panzers, where they made it to the final like very early on in their franchise history. Like the league expanded and they kind of like got to the dance right out of the gate, I think. That's why we listen to this show, just me having ideas about stuff. But I'm pretty sure they've made it to the final 3 times.
All right. I don't have the patience to fact check you in that one. So
nice.
Let us know in the YouTube comments if James is right or wrong. But let's, for the purposes of going forward, we'll just say that, yeah, I guess losing multiple Stanley Cup final game 7s will turn you into a horrible twisted husk of a person.
But hey, if I was wrong, 2 Stanley Cup final game 7 losses, I'm a lunatic still. Like, yeah. I'm not mentally any more healthy than 3 lost finals. Also, like, thinking back to the Sens going to the final in 2007, I don't know if you know about this, but I remember being so fucked up, like, from those Sens teams of the early 2000s that, you know, they lost the cup final, but I was like, we're gonna go right back. Like, don't worry about nothing.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. It's fine. We'll in the off season we'll get a bit tougher. Clearly, like, you know, the West Coast are relentless kill bots. We'll get some big boys, and we'll be right back. And now I'm fucking 63 years old. And we're like, maybe they'll scrape in with the successful rebuilt roster that took like 8 years. Like, maybe we'll scrape into the playoffs for a second. Like, truly, it's so hard to win in the NHL. Fuck you, Boston. Please go away. Fuck you, Pittsburgh. Please, can you please go away? How awesome is it that...
And then we also have Montreal just like three on three overtiming their way to a fraudulent playoff spot.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, Columbus.
they're gonna get swept by Tampa Bay. Holy fuck! There will be
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
left. Nothing.
And
We
you-
gotta make the playoffs, man. We can't let these frauds be in the playoffs. Well, we're on the outs just because of some games that happened in like September. Like, that was years ago. How are you?
Why you gotta bring up bullshit?
How are you gonna hold games that happened in November against us? You know, like fucking
That was months ago.
4-3 loss to St. Louis, where we gave up a lead.
I had some Buffalo Sabres before they decided to be the best team in the league. Like blowout losses. And you're like, you gotta put it away against like Chicago at home. Like, you can't be letting them.
That one shouldn't count. I'm just saying, like, we should replay some of these games. I'm sure they'd go the other way.
Oh, hell yeah!
So many blown leads.
It's funny.
It's there's no way that we can miss the playoffs just because of some old shit. That's not fair.
Like, that's part of like the way that Tarvis Green coaches these guys. Like, I actually care way less about quality of opponent now. You know, like, I feel like they can hold it down against any team. You know, like, it's not as vital to like, oh, you know, let's pick a shitty team like the Toronto Maple Leafs are. By the way, I never talked about that. We'll do a whole episode for our Patreon folks about that Scissor Sisters clip where
that'll be good summer content, I think.
But he's talking about another rebuild, like it's like a fait accompli, like they're gonna just like blow it up, like it's like, brother,
they're gonna draft another Mitch Marner, win the lottery again, draft the next Austin Matthews, re-sign the next fucking Tavares, draft another Nylander. They'll just run it back. Look how easy it was to get all those players together the first time.
Yeah, like that's the funniest thing about that is like there's more Austin Matthewses than Nikita Zaitsevs in that rebuild. Like the players sort of like they weren't busts or something. Like you know, like Austin Matthews didn't turn out to be Alexis Lafreniere, where you have to be like, or even
yeah, where you have to be like, damn, that's just generational level of
as a
disappointment.
Fucking Alexandre Daig survivor, like where he's like, he's a serviceable third line player. like yeah, no, it was awesome to watch the team win 11 games all season, so we could have this serviceable third line player. I love this game. This is why I got into it when I was a kid. You know, where like other teams can fucking like somehow absorb, where they're just like in Tampa, they're like, oh, like Jonathan Drouin didn't really work out, whatever. Remember that guy? Is he in the NHL? Is he playing in the NHL? I don't even know.
And then they just like went and traded him to the fucking Canadians, who went and traded him to the fucking Avalanche, who went and traded him to the fucking Islanders, who went and traded him to the fucking like what? like Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I put a lot of money up in pain. Fuck y'all. Wow, the trade tree here is really funny. Just traded earlier this year for Braden Shen. Like what? What? We gotta shut down the NHL till we can figure out what the hell is going on.
So Ottawa had $16 million worth of cap on injured reserve last night, and they also had 24 and a bit $1 million not playing. If you count Linus Ullmark, do you have any strong opinions about Linus Ullmark needs a break gate?
I mean, the schedule has been fucked up. Like, I don't know. I have a soft spot for Linus Ullmark, man. Like, he's a fucking weirdo. Like, I don't know. Uh, and I believe that a weirdo is like the guy that can get you there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like they have the potential to like become become go sicko mode and like win the Conn Smythe trophy, you know. But also there's a lot of bullshit that you have to put up with, you know. Um, I don't know. It's so fucked too. I mean, I think the comment from Tarvis Green about like this was his decision is
Right. If we're gonna dock Tarvis Green for anything at all, it should be he should have
putting it in the street.
Yeah,
Like,
he should have like taken more of a hit on behalf of the
like
boy Linus there.
we've been doing this for 27, it'll be 27 years this summer. I think we've been doing this. And I've never been a fan of insider information, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if you've been around for some of these years. It's not been a fun ride for a lot of it.
Yeah, no,
Like,
the insider information is never like the guys love each other behind the scenes and
yeah, like
and there's multiple romantic relationships. It's always the worst shit.
because we fought in the Twitter wars.
Of course.
Former website, twitter.net.
Still got my bronze star.
Yeah. But like there'd just be fury, like daily fury over coaching decisions with the lineup. And like like I've had friends that work for the organization or like whatever, know a guy who knows a guy and every time I find stuff out, I'm not gonna put it in the street because I'm not that kind of a messy bitch in that way. But yeah, you know, like there was a player that was like mysteriously scratched numerous years ago, and everyone was like going so hard on the coach at the time for being like an idiot. And I found out through, you know, the down at the drinking hole that like that player showed up to practice drunk. That's why, like, the coach had to be like, I can't let this slide. Like, you are fucking sitting. Like, if I don't sit you, I lose my job, basically. Like, I have lost control of the ship. And which might have been tenuous to begin with if you have players showing up to practice drunk. Or, like, certain line combinations that like the coach just never put together, and like finding out like those players hate each other and refuse to play with each other and stuff, where it's like, God, man, I love being a turtle. Anyway, with fucking Linus Ullmark, and this is like, I don't know, there might be some really upsetting reason for it, like that I just rather not know about. Do not DM me your insider tips. They make me very sad. I've never got a good one. The only good one I've ever heard of is like incredibly generous charitable acts that Mike Fisher would do for people in the community that he didn't want getting out to the public. And then he turned out to be a QAnon guy, basically. So every cloud.
Kyle Turris, I do not want to know what you're up to these days, unless it's the same shit you're always doing.
Yeah.
I mean, here's Ullmark is also
Does that answer your question?
Well,
the worst answer I could
I'm just gonna look.
get.
I think that's a fine answer because basically I'm like, I think Allmark gets one no questions asked at least. And even outside of that, as much as we've complained about him and other goaltenders throughout this podcast, he's put the train back on the rails this season and is actually drifting dangerously close to league average, cumulatively speaking. And has genuinely gotten some points back for Ottawa in the last couple games. So, I mean... And here's the other thing. It's like, it's also not Linus Allmark's fault that he's the only guy who can win a fucking game. Like, Linus Allmark didn't go, all right, James Reimer, go in there for me, and also make sure you're horrifically out of position on the first goal. Guys, I'm out today, so make sure you can blow a 2-goal lead for me, if that's all right. Thanks. Peace, I'll be in the press box. And this is the only thing I really feel strong about, is no matter what you feel, shut the fuck up about it. How about that? Like, maybe this shouldn't be discourse at this time. We've already done this in like December, and in a normal situation, one game off because of reasons shouldn't be a big deal. It just happens to be a big deal because you're going to need to have 102 points to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference this year for some fucking reason.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing too, I think that is, worth like giving some grace toward, is that like this guy been through some stuff personally and came back pretty quickly and had to deal with like, by the way, can we just stop like deciding to believe rumor? Like, I couldn't believe it was like in the mainstream media. Like, a guy on Twitter said that Brady, Tkachuk, and Mrs. Krabappel were in the closet, and
the baby looked at them.
The baby looked at me, and Linus Allmark told them. Like, I was like, why are we like? What? Like, this is like what we're going off of. Anyway, I just, much like Jake Sanderson coming back, it's like, yeah, he's gonna be back soon. He might not be like 100% better, like he might be well enough to play. And like, there was a bit of a comment after, like, he was so outstanding in the Uggs on the ground performance against Pittsburgh. He single-handedly got them. That game could have been ugly if he didn't just play out of his mind. And it was heartbreaking that they couldn't get the W for him because he was like the number one star of that game. And Erik Karlsson scored 2 goals and had 3 points, But and we feel normal and good about it. But after that game, he said, he hates the shootout because, like, I'm paraphrasing here, obviously, but you can feel like, he's having like one of his best games of the season, and then he loses the game in the shootout for the team, he feels like the shittiest goalie in the world. And it's like, yeah, maybe this guy's not 100% better from his like mental struggles that he was having earlier this season too. Like, maybe that game emotionally kicked the living shit out of him. And there's going to be people out there that say that that's no excuse. You got to flush it. And they're like, yeah, okay. But like, also, what if he can't? I don't know. Like, it's just, we're all sensitive people with so much to give, aren't we?
And not for nothing, and I told you this before we started recording, but like, that's, being the goalie is the one position in hockey where you actually do have to be 100% on every night.
Totally.
Like, you can't come in and like not having slept well and then just sort of fuck the dog on the third line for 12 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You really do have to make sure you've got it all together. And if he felt like he didn't, like, wouldn't you rather him say that ahead of time? I don't know. I think it's. I don't mind. And yeah,
Again, it goes back to...
James Reimer is still a war criminal for like various reasons, but like James Reimer, whatever James Reimer does isn't Linus Ullmark's fault.
I think the idea that we have James Reimer as a regular roster player is the big reason why, like, what led to necessitating that move might be the reason why the games are so stressful. Like, yes, the East is ludicrously tight, and part of that is that the Sens should be like up there with like in the top 3, not worrying too much about it right now. You know, like it was the months of terrible goaltending and awful penalty kill, which are obviously connected.
Right. I mean, that's the one thing that we can maybe that's the mustache on the Tarvis By Tet Mona Lisa is whatever was going on with the power play, but or sorry, the penalty kill. But yeah, I mean, also the way it feels stressful for us, that's like, oh, the Sens have to win every single game. That means it also feels like that for the players.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the Olympics?
I didn't have a very good time.
Why did something happen?
Look, I don't even need to say who I'm talking about. But they gotta ruin everything. They ruin literally everything. They ruin everything. And this is perhaps like best encapsulated in these fucking assholes ruin everything to the point that we couldn't even be sad about Canada losing the gold medal enough. Yeah. Oh, how about it's even worse? We're gonna invite your beautiful boys to the State of the Union. And was that State of the Union speech rousing and incredible? Yeah, it was. Okay, I was charged up. Say what you will about the man. It was Churchillian. The section about how Graydon Carter's Vanity Fair post-Oscars party is not as cool as it's not as hot as it used to be. It honestly brought a tear to my eye. America's back, baby.
I used to have a coat made out of Churchillian.
Listen, you're soft as Churchillian. Your album got a bunch of billion. Fuck you. We need a certain thing to happen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
It absolutely ruined the overall vibe of the Olympics, where, you know, I would have been happy to cheer for any number of non-Canadian teams, because, like, I'm just gonna say it, this Team Canada, not very likable.
Yeah.
And they should have absolutely lost to Czechia. And I love Czechia. They're fucking like.
Can I stop you for a second? Is Czechia like Latin X, where like Latino people were like, could you not do that? Like, we don't like that.
No, they agree that, I think that they agree that they are Czechia.
Okay.
Their website is czechia.eu.
Well, yeah, but like,
here's the thing. Czechia makes me feel like the way my dad feels when he is not allowed to say Czechoslovakia anymore.
Lady policeman.
Right, like. Anyway, my point is that I would have been happy to see Canada lose to any team except for the one they lost to, which makes me hate this year's Team Canada even more. Like, and how do you have all that talent on the roster and you have one good line, which is McKinnon, Celebrini, and
Conrad McDavis.
Yeah, McDavid. I was like, who's the other guy? Who's the other Mac?
His name is Conrad McDavis.
Oh,
Also,
my
going
fucking
into
God.
that overtime, I'm like, It's pretty sick to get to cheer for the team that has Conrad McDavis on
And
it.
then he doesn't even
What could
win
possibly go wrong?
Yeah, so yeah, fuck this year's Team Canada for not winning.
Admit it though, you would have put Drew Doughty on the team too. That was a
Who?
shrewd move.
Who?
That was a Drew Doughty, known active NHL player, like guy I did not think retired 2 seasons ago, like Anze Kopitar before him. Like, you're like
How
what?
about-
That guy's still around? That's awesome. Good
How
for him.
about Brad Marchand being on the team? He's older than me, and I'm old as fuck.
Damn. Damn, dude. It was like, look, finally some bad news. You know? I remember tuning into that Rangers game, and it's just like, and now Lassie Thompson, in addition to Thomas Chabot, is hurt. Like, that's where I tuned into that game. Like, finally, something going wrong. Like now, time to check in on my hobby that I apparently enjoy. You can see why I'm less than optimistic about the rest of the season. It's called protecting yourself.
I mean, I have given up on the idea of a universe whose arc bends towards justice. You know, it's
As a lib, I'm like, yeah, I'm owned. Congratulations. I'm so fucking owned. Like, can you take your foot off the back of my neck for 5 minutes? Like, good, great job. I'm owned. We got owned. It's great. I have no hope in my eyes anymore. This is awesome. But at least gas is $2 a gallon. So we're gonna bring down inflation on day one.
folks, we love supply side pricing adjustments, don't we?
Galen Weston is in the Epstein files, by the way.
Is that one true, or am I gonna have to
Yeah.
bleep that later?
Snopes that one.
Okay.
Think about that next time you're at the grocery store.
Which Galen Weston?
It's a good question.
No, junior or senior?
Star Wars or regular? That one's just for you and me. Dudes rock. What else?
Have you listened to the Tkachuk cast lately?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's how I want to spend my time.
Yeah.
Like, who
Yeah,
are
fuck
the
them.
top 5 donkeys of all time? Like, what do they even talk about? By the way, also, like, the thing is, like, I was talking about this the other day. There's no such thing as marketing or branding in the NHL. Give me a fucking break. Like, give it a, it's kind of like hockey itself. It's like, this is not a popular sport. It's okay. It's okay that just we like it. Like, it's not, it's like baseball's, like, interest in baseball is cratering, and it's 100 times more popular than hockey will ever be. Like, marketing, like, I heard that with, like, Tim Stützle or, like, Brady Tkachuk, like, they're not marketing them properly. It's like, do you realize
No.
the gold standard of hockey marketing is like, yeah, Connor McDavid is in a CIBC commercial. That's as far as it goes.
I am old enough to remember Erik Karlsson being like cool and interesting, and then hockey fans just immediately saying that he was too gay.
Look at his
Like-
hair. He looks like a girl.
Like,
Look at that mustache and beard and long hair. He looks like a girl out there. And that's also bad. Nathan McKinnon, there's a haircut. There's a haircut you can set your watch to.
I mean, fucking Nathan McKinnon missing that empty net. Fuck that team, man. First of all, fuck them for like making me cheer for them. Just like Nathan McKinnon, no fun. Sidney Crosby, no fun. Like Cale Makar, no fun. Tom Wilson, a literal terrorist. Brad Marchand, one of the most hateable people on earth. Drew Doughty, too old. Mitch Marner, the Tin Man, because he's got no heart. Connor McDavid is cool, I guess. And like, just no one on that team I actually like, other than like Macklin Celebrini. And so fuck you for making me cheer for you, and then fuck you twice for not winning at all. Like, I wasted my energy.
It was fun to cheer for Drew Doughty instead of Matthew Schaefer, though. That was a bonus. Like, let's bring out donuts for one last hurrah instead of having the 18-year-old defenseman who's having a like historically good season. Like we don't need him for the 3-on-3 overtime, which I also love seeing the game get decided by. I was watching with my friend.
It's just as good as the shootout.
I was watching with her and I was like, wait, what? We're going to 3-on-3 overtime with these lineups? It's going to be like first person to bobble the puck loses. Like, like, and it's going to be us because we have fucking Binnington in net.
I'm looking at the Tkachuk podcast now, and it's interview with the Hughes brothers,
Cool.
interview with Biz Nasty, interview with Connor Hellebuck, like, I don't know, it's TJ Oshie. It's like, I've never, I'm getting the feeling maybe, Matthew Tkachuk reveals insane details of meeting Donald Trump during Panthers White House visit. Like, are you getting the feeling that maybe that is not actually for us in some way?
I'm telling you.
Like,
these guys. Dudes rock. Like, look.
that's how
rock.
you know. That's how you know they love hockey. They're just so good at like really spreading around the podcast invites.
I've actually been wondering what TJ Oshie is up to these days. What's your day-to-day, brother? Lay it on me. Oh, you play golf. That's crazy, dog. That is crazy. Listen, we've had lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fun, but now the time has come to go. If this damn clown is found dead in his bed tomorrow, I'll be in heaven still doing this show.
Well, look, we've put so many podcasts in the ground. We'll put this one in the ground. We'll put all of the existing Sens podcasts in the ground as well. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. Tkachuk cast, we're coming for you next. You guys are going to get bored of doing this. We need our big, beautiful boy to be focusing a little bit more than doing a podcast episode every week.
You think? You think maybe? Oh, man, I got some takes. I'm going to wait to the off season.
All right.
Because now is not the time. We got to make the playoffs. And then after the season, we're going to have a serious conversation about the captain, I think. But that's for the future. In the meantime, this was the Senagoth Lounge. And go Sens go. 9 games to achieve to make the playoffs. Your coach is not the problem. We have already agreed. Yeah, and so either win the games so we can relax or lose them, and then we'll be mad all off season.
We'll return to our natural state of being mad all the time. Finally, some bad news. We're on a real run there. Luke, I love you. I miss you. Before we wrap up, I'd like to send a huge shout out to my goddamn self. We did it, boo. And that's end of list.
Great. In that case, with all the housekeeping out of the way, I'm shutting down the bar. We'll catch you next time. Go Sens go. See you soon.
Let's chop up a big line of cyanide on the bar now that the place is closed.
Oh, check.